Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about old and current flags. The first one is British Raj. British Raj was a colony of British Empire. And now British Raj lasted from 1858 to 1947. In 1947, the known country of India got independence from 1947 to current day. Next is United Kingdom. There's a lot of things I need to add here. So, I tried to get the old flag, but it wasn't coming, so they just gave me this, which is the British Empire with the current flag. So this is just the land. So this is the old land of the British Empire. Nowadays, the British Empire was from 1707 to 1801. And United Kingdom's flag was from 1801 to current, but the land was from 1997 to current. Next is Egypt. Next is Egypt. Republic of the Egypt. Republic of Egypt lasted from 1922 to 1953. They joined the Arab League on the side of Saudi Arabia. They changed their flags many times before landing on the one they really wanted. Called the Arab Republic of Egypt. The flag lasted from 1984 to current. Next one is the Republic of Ghana. I didn't write it there, but I just want to say that. So Ghana used to be called Gold Coast. Gold Coast was a colony of the British. That's why they still have the Union Jack, just like the British Raj. Gold Coast lasted from 1877 to 1957, invading the Akan. So Ghana changed their flag about like three to four times before landing on the one on 1966 to current. Even though Ghana got independence in 1957, they created a union with Mali and Senegal called the United States of Africa. No, they didn't create a union, they just united for a few years, then they broke apart. Next is Vietnam. Vietnam used to be called Indochina. Indochina was a French colony from 1887 to 1954. That's how we got Vietnam. It actually used to be called North Vietnam because there was South Vietnam, and North Vietnam and South Vietnam had a war, and North Vietnam won the war. So that's why the name is now called Vietnam. Full Vietnam, and they're the only Vietnam. Fun fact, South Vietnamese went to Taiwan. Yes, it's true. Next one is Japan. Japan used to be called Japanese Empire. They took the Axis side on World War II, but the Allied side on World War I. The Japanese Empire lasted from 1910 to 1945 because they collapsed, because the Axis power lost the World War II. So United States owned Japan for a few years. United States owned Japan for from 1945 all the way to 1953. 1953, Japan got its flag, the current flag. Then they landed on this flag forever. Not forever, for now. They might change it in the future. We don't know. Also, even though I know the old Japanese flag is like that, the old Japanese flag is like a circle, stripes that I showed you. People like to do that old flag, but that's not actually the real flag. It's just the war flag. But people just like to do that for the old flag. So that's why I wanted to do it. Next one is Qing Dynasty. Qing Dynasty lasted from 1644 to 1911. It was China's empire. Yes, China. Before China landed on communists and their flag, China had a civil war with Taiwan. It was Taiwan and Tibet and East Turkestan. Today, East Turkestan was independence from China. USA, NATO, like all of NATO, is helping East Turkestan get independence, especially like Turkey, because Turkey is East Turkestan's brother. So they're helping East Turkestan get independence. Because East Turkestan, obviously, also the Muslim countries, the Muslim countries that don't like China are also helping Qing Dynasty. That are also helping East Turkestan to get independence. Next country is France. France used to be called Napoleonic France from 1799 to 1815. They collapsed in 1815 because they lost the war. Everyone was against them. Then France actually had an empire. Their empire was done. Everyone got independence from their empire in 1954. And in 1954 to current is the current flag and land. Mexico's empire was actually a two-period empires. There was one period and there was a second period. The one that I'm doing the second period. So if you want to see if you want to see the second period, stay tuned. Mexico's second period empire, Mexican Empire, lasted from 1864 to 1867. They didn't last too long. They only lasted for 3 years because of the American invasion on them. America invaded so much of Mexico that United States landed on Mexico. The United States almost touched Mexico City. Mexico wanted a peace treaty since they didn't want United States to touch their capital. So the peace treaty was this kind of Mexico compared to the other one that I showed you. Now, Mexico changed their flag so many times, even more than Egypt, that even though it was from 1867, they changed their flag so many times that they landed on 1922. They changed their flag so many times. Next is Italy. If you watched my first video, you see the reason why I'm doing Italy. 1845 to 1945 was their Italian Empire. They collapsed because they won the Axis power on World War II. So from 1947 to current is the 1947 to current is the Italian Empire. Next one is Ethiopia. Ethiopian Empire lasted from 1945 to 1990. And 1993 to current is the normal Ethiopia. Turkey. Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire lasted even longer than Qing Dynasty. Know why? Ottoman Empire lasted from 1299 to 1922. And from 1922 to current is the current Turkey, which is a very long time. Next is United States. United States this was their old flag and old land, but they still had the same name. So don't be surprised if you live there. Because I don't live there. If you want to know, I actually live in Canada. United States lasted from 1786 to 1829. The other United States old flag and land. Then the United States that we know today lasted from 1893 to current. People like to call it the Grand Union. Yeah. Next one is Germany. Germany's old flag lasted from 1932 to 1945. If you don't like that symbol there, when I looked on Google, they're the ones, the Googles are the ones who gave me the thing. So the blame is on the Google. Cause they're the one who gave me the country like that. If you don't like it. Yes, the Google is the one who gave me that. Anyways, they lasted from 1932 to 1945. Everyone knows why they collapsed in 1945. But if you don't know, they collapsed. If you don't know, they collapsed because they won the Axis power. They started the World War II. If you want to know who started World War II. If you thought it was Japan who started it, wrong. If you thought it was Italy that started it, wrong. If you thought it was Romania that started it, wrong. If you thought it was Finland who started it, you're also wrong. But it's actually Germany. From 1999 to current is the normal Germany today. Russia. Russia used to be called Soviet Union, and this is how they look like. They were the biggest country, and they're still the biggest country today. The Russians are actually collapsing because of the war in Ukraine. Anyways, the Russians lasted from 1924 to 1991. Yes, the Soviet Union lasted for that long. They didn't even get to last for a whole century. That was sad. It should have been from 1924 to 2024. 2025 they'll collapse. But they didn't. It's because of the Cold War from Soviet Union against the United States. United States won the Cold War. So Soviet countries in the Soviet Union, like for example Belarus, Ukraine, Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, they were doing independent movements. So the Soviet Union couldn't hold it. Even Sakha used to be independent but got sucked by Russia. And Chechnya, they were doing independent movements. Chechnya also got sucked by Russia. But the normal Russia we know is 1992 to current, and the flag was not from the flag. The Kurds flag we know wasn't from 1991. It was in 1992. We're done, everybody. Thanks for watching my video. If you really like it, I could also make a part 2. I'm planning on to make a part 2 of old and current flags. So if you really like these videos, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Bye bye.